Stay tuned and let's check out these Marvel Legends Retro Spider-Man with Cyborg Spider-Man and Negative Zone Spider-Man. Pow and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who, and all aboard the nostalgia train as once again I have a 2-in-1 review for you on this Spider-Man retro packaging. It is of course the Cyborg Spider-Man and the Negative Zone Spider-Man. Now I've said it 1,000 times, I'm gonna say it again, I love this retro card back, this throwback to the Toy Biz days. I remember having those toys as a kid. I've always told you my first love for Marvel were those animated shows in the 90s with X-Men and Spider-Man of course, and I remember especially having this Cyborg Spider-Man. Before I even knew he existed in the comics, I remember I had this Cyborg figure, and I'm very happy to have it now in my updated Marvel Legends collection. And Negative Zone Spider-Man is a welcomed addition. I know it may not be at the top of everyone's list for character designs when it comes to Spider-Man, but me, I'm taking them all, and I like adding new characters and new designs to the display, and I don't have a Negative Zone Spider-Man, and it is accurate to the comic as well. A lot of people are getting it confused with what they see in the games these days, but nope, this is the traditional Negative Zone suit when Spider-Man went into the Negative Zone, all of that good stuff. So yeah, two welcomed additions to the Spider-Man sort of Spider-Verse in my collection, and yeah, on this card back, it just makes it even better, doesn't it? It's the perfect place for reissues and repaints and updates like this, in my opinion, because it's not part of a wave. You don't have to get it to get the Build-A-Figure piece. If you don't want it, you can walk on by, but for me, I've got to buy two, one to open and one to display, but not everyone's an idiot like me, but still loving this. So there they are on the front of the packaging with their nice comic pictures as well on the side. On the back, you're getting that old school silhouette, the sort of stencil of the character, and obviously Negative Zone comes with a pizza, and he comes with cybernetic enhancements. So both of these have lengthy write-ups, so let's get into it. Cyborg Spider-Man reads, Cyborg Spider-Man has enhanced cybernetic capabilities in addition to all the powers of Earth 616 Spider-Man. Web slinging, wall crawling, heightened spider senses, villains are no match for this Spidey's advanced cyborg technology. And Negative Zone Spider-Man reads, Spider-Man's Negative Zone suit allows him to absorb the Negative Zone's dark energy and even merge with the shadows. By doing so, the wall crawler becomes practically invisible and has a major advantage against his enemies. So as you know, this packaging is glorious, definitely worthy of display. Always pains me to open, but I'm gonna do it. So let's get into it. So here we have them out of the packaging, and first thoughts, I think these look great, especially if you're building out your Spider-Verse sort of collection. You want all these different variants of Spider-Man on the shelf, and I do think these will work very nicely. Two unique designs that we haven't had in the Hasbro era, so no complaints from me so far. So in regards to accessories, Cyborg Spider-Man obviously has his cybernetic enhancement as the packaging says, but he also gets a fisted hand and then this sort of web rope, which we've seen before with maybe the PS4 Spider-Man, I think. And then Negative Zone Spider-Man comes with 3 full sets of hands, which should be standard for all Spider-Man figures in my opinion. So I'll show you them in a minute, and then of course the main event is this Negative Zone pizza, which I think is just a funny packing. I don't think it's meant to be serious, but still, these look great. So let's take a look at them one by one, and let's start off with my personal favourite, the one that I've got a little bit of sentimental attachment to. It is of course Cyborg Spider-Man. So taking a closer look at Cyborg Spider-Man, obviously it's the standard blue and red Spider-Man outfit, but he's got his cybernetic enhancement. So he's got like a white bandana, and then he's got sort of this eye patch, which I guess is robotic. And then the main event, of course, is the arm, the cybernetic arm. Now it's a little bit disappointing as the school work is all there, which is very nicely scaled, but some black wash would have really brought the design out of this arm and made it pop a little bit more, especially when you get the black outlines on the spider suit. The black sort of wash would have done really nicely on this arm, but still very, very nice. The logo on the front's nice. All the lines seem to be very clean. I like the colour choices of the red and the blues. I know that sounds stupid to say for a Spider-Man figure, but I just mean the tones are perfect for Spider-Man in my opinion. The lines, a little bit out of sync there on the shoulder. You can see the line sort of isn't in sort of line with the design of the suit, you know what I'm trying to say. But the rest of it seems okay. As I said, particularly clean. Big hole in the black back. He's got his belt. Again, some sort of paint could have done the bout justice. So you can see it's all sculpted there with the buttons and the pouches. I don't know if the buckle's meant to be a certain colour. This sort of bandage piece is a loose piece that can obviously slide up and slide down. So you can slide that all the way up to hide the swivel if you want to. Same with the bout, by the way. Separate plastic piece so you can manipulate it and move it around. So obviously I've moved it down to hide the waist swivel. And then down all the way to the feet, just standard Spider-Man. And again, very nicely hidden boot cut there on the design of Spider-Man. So yeah, very, very nice. So as I said, this had sentimental value for me because I remember having the Cyborg Spider-Man as a kid. Definitely Cyborg Spider-Man, Battle Damage Spider-Man, definitely remember having them. And I never thought we'd get them in the Hasbro era. I just didn't think, I thought they were too toyetic to be made. But I guess that's a stupid argument because they're perfect to be made in toy form. So I'm glad to know that someone from Hasbro is a fan of the old Toy Biz sort of animated style figures. As I said, then they're not spot on to what we've seen in the animated show, but that packaging is definitely got the animated style on there, as it was so popular on Fox Kids at the time. They packed it on there. So yeah, that's why I love it. So nostalgic. And yeah, this Cyborg arm is very nice. It is accurate to the comics as well. He debuted in the 90s. I guess I think Spider-Man was temporarily had these cybernetic enhancements just for a few issues. I don't think it lasted too long at all. But yeah, so he comes with one accessory, which is, well, two accessories, but one interchangeable fist. So let me pop that, and you can see that he now has a fisted hand. So I like that you can get two fisted hands for Cyborg Spider-Man, as it does seem like the type of guy who wants to get in a fight. So yeah, that's pretty good. But let's go back to the web hand. And that is because his second accessory is this web flinging accessory, which you can sort of grip in there between the fingers. Now, showing this off against a white background is probably not the best idea, but it's there, people. As I said, I think it came with the PS4 Spider-Man. Again, I've seen lots of customizers make their own, but which are very nice on bendy wire and whatnot. But if you're not into that, this isn't a bad little pack-in. If you want him dangling from the ceiling or something, I'm sure people can do something fun with this. But yeah, just a nice little pack-in, little web. Nothing wrong with that at all. But yeah, for me, he'll be posed on the shelf in a nice little stance. But yeah, the articulation is very nice as well, as it is the sort of pizza body, it seems, but with obviously these upgrades. So you do get the nice butterfly joint on the front, so you can get the arms like crunched all the way in, which is very nice. And then standard Marvel Legends Spider-Man articulation for the rest. Decent crunch forward and back. Legs go out pretty good, double jointed knees, decent ankle pivot. You know the score, people. Double jointed elbows, really nice range on the head as well. The bandana, that's not articulated at all, so be careful you don't rip that off. But other than that, this guy looking very nice. As I said, for me, super nostalgic, very happy to add it to the shelf. And yeah, looking good. Moving on to the Negative Zone Spider-Man suit. So as I said, this is accurate to the first time it appeared in the comics, but other forms of media like the PS4 game have sort of changed people's mind's eye version of the Negative Zone suit, as it looks a little bit different. But I assure you, this is how it originally appeared in the comics. And it's very nice as well, just simple black and white Spider-Man suit, which is nice. Negative Zone suit after all. So you get the Spider logo on the front, no lines of course, but you do get the standard pattern sort of still, but just without the lines. So white and black, and again black boots. So very, very nice. Black logo as well on the back, very clean. And again, when it's black and white, if there were any blemishes, you'd be able to tell, but the lines seem very clean. Again, Spider logo on the front looks good, Spider logo on the back looks good. And again, if there were blemishes or the lines weren't good, you'd be able to tell, especially when it's black and white. It's a shame that you can see that the black pegs are there, that Hasbro still can't figure out a way to do two-toned pegs, as it would have been really good to have the white peg behind there as well. But yeah, it doesn't bother me too much, but again, you can see on a figure like this, it does stand out a lot more than other Marvel Legends. But other than that, that's just me being a nitpicker. Other than that, he looks good. The head is just very simple black with the white outline around the eyes. Very simple character design, but it fits its purpose as the Negative Zone. And again, this is on the Pizza Spider-Man body, so very slim. You know you're going to get a great range of articulation with this as well. So Hasbro definitely getting their pennies worth of this spider costume, well, spider mold, before they start reusing the retro one. But yeah, no complaints from me. So in regards to accessories, he comes packed with two fisted hands. He also has 2 web-slinging hands, or 2 swipping hands, as people like to say, as all Spider-Man figures should. And then lastly, he has a set of wall-crawling hands, or open palm hands, however you want to call them. They work very nicely for Spider-Man, and they are perfect for his last accessory. As I said, the reason that you're all here, it is, of course, the Negative Zone pizza. Look at that. Who would eat that? I've seen people online, if it will focus for me, say it's an Oreo pizza. I don't know if I'd like an Oreo pizza, but still, it's the Negative pizza. That's what pizza would look like in the Negative Zone, apparently. So we're all here for that glorious pizza comparison. So let's do that, so shall we? So here is the previous pizza Spider-Man. And let me just get the pizza, hold up. There you go. There's our pizza comparison. Negative Zone pizza versus normal pizza. I'll tell you which one I'd rather eat. Definitely the normal pizza. But yeah, just a fun little pack in, as it is on the same body mold as the pizza Spider-Man, of course, but is negative. Again, any Marvel Legends fans will understand that reference. And again, I apologise, showing off a figure who's mainly white on a white background, probably not the best idea, but still, he's meant to be invisible, so it sort of works. But here we have, since I had him out, the original pizza Spider-Man with the half face mask, which I really like. Hasbro needs to do a new updated one of them, with, of course, the Negative Zone suit. Again, same body, same pizza. He's now just in the Negative Zone. And he doesn't have a pizza, but let's bring in Cyborg Spider-Man. And as you can see, Negative Zone Spider-Man and Pizza Spider-Man share the same body, but if I said it before, I was mistaken. The Cyborg Spider-Man isn't the Pizza Spider-Man mold. I'm not sure if I said it or not in the review, so to cover myself, I'm telling you now, it's not. Now they're all in front of me, definitely isn't, but still, looking good. Here we have the new gold standard, which of course, the retro Spider-Man. All of these came on glorious retro cards, so definitely get an extra to put them up on your wall. But yeah, let's hope that we see this Spider-Man body reused for more different uniforms and outfits and costumes from Spider-Man in the future, but these are looking good. Here we have the Negative Zone suit compared to the iconic black Spider-Man suit, of course, the symbiote, and obviously Black Cat gave him a black suit as well in the comics, and these three look pretty good together. Here we have Negative suit with J. Jonah Jameson and Peter Parker. Of course, there's a full review of J. Jonah and Black Cat on the channel already. Let's see if we can do a quick head swap. Yeah, you can. The Peter Parker head does pop straight onto that body. Doesn't look bad at all. It also pops onto the Cyborg Spider-Man suit, which is nice to know. And if you're looking for someone to team up with Deathlock on the display, then look no further than Cyborg Spider-Man. And of course, you can recreate that front cover issue of Cyborg Spider-Man and Deathlock. And then since we're UK repping, here we have Spider-Man UK compared to Cyborg and Negative Zone. So final thoughts, I am very happy with both of these figures. Super nostalgic for me to finally get an updated Cyborg Spider-Man, but I'm very happy to add a new design as well to the shelf, which is of course Negative Zone. Both of these character designs we've not had in figure form recently or for a long time, so it's nice to get upgrades or first times on the shelf, and especially if you're building out that Spider-Verse, you need variants and alternative versions of Spider-Man to sort of flesh out the display, and I think these two are perfect for it. They're on great body molds as well, plenty of articulation for Spider-Man fans, so no complaints from me at all. Long may this retro line continue. It's the perfect place to give us variants and different costume designs and different versions of Spider-Man, and I still want all the Rose Gallery, at least the original Sinister Six on that retro card, please Hasbro. If you're listening, thank you very much. But as always, you like these type of reviews, you can go over to the videos tab, find hundreds, literally hundreds of them, the playlists as well, but most importantly, please help the channel grow and hit that subscribe button. If you're in a position to support the channel, you can do that on Patreon as well, links in the description, and you can tweet me now at Dan Who Reviews. Links will pop up on the screen and they're always in the description below, all of that good stuff. But as always, very happy with these two versions of Spider-Man, love the retro packaging, nearly at the end of the year people, still lots of reviews to get to, so I shall see you on the next one.